What is up, people? Welcome back to Geekin on Tech, your weekly rundown of our favorite tech news. Even though this week we are light on the news, I'm your host Didge. With me, as always, is the homie Trayvon, Mr. Nerd with the Tech. How you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. It's Friday, It's
Right,
always
right.
always a good time.
One week closer to vacation.
Yes, yes,
I can't wait for that.
yes.
But it's been good. Like I said from the jump, we are very light on the news. Obviously, it's the end of the year. A lot of new tech stuff isn't really coming out. It's more so look backs and everything. So I decided that we should look back with everyone. But first, I want to talk about the Game Awards. Obviously, those are last night.
Hmm.
For better or for worse, for some people, I know the Game Awards always come with a lot of just controversy and a lot of conversation. So I guess first and foremost, Trayvon, how did you like the Game Awards?
Um, I thought they were good. Like the announcers were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Especially how they started off. Um, I think that's always the thing I'm looking forward to anyway. Is just the game announcements and more because I don't play like most of the games that they have nominated. I pretty much ain't played.
Fair.
So it's like I'm here from happy for y'all, whoever these games that win, but more than likely the games that I'm playing aren't up there.
Okay.
So um I do like what they do the music from some of these games because I feel like that's the most iconic part of it, like, especially Expedition 33. The music, I heard it and I was like, yeah, remember that immediately. Um I remember that because that's when I get my ass whooped.
Oh
But
God.
but but um but yeah, I do like that a lot. I do like to see these people that have worked so hard on it and takes years of work, and they deserve to be, recognized for it.
Yeah.
Um, some of the categories being in the pre-show, I was like, that's wild to me.
I really
Um,
didn't like the fact that best indie game was a pre-show game,
yeah,
especially
I
because
think that
like
was okay.
it was so weird because like later in the show he was talking about how indie games are like the lifeblood of the industry, and it's like, but why didn't you put this in the main show then? Like, I
Exactly.
get what you mean.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I was like, oh, that's not cool. Um, Yeah, I mean that. Other than that, that was it. When they announced these games, especially that Star Wars one, I was really excited about. And
Mm-hmm.
then like deep diving and people talking about it now, and it's like it might not be till 2027. And I'm like, what was I'm so I'm so tired of these games being announced 3-4 years in advance. I was like, just y'all can't do like no quiet hiring. I know why they do it. They do it to
Mm-hmm.
get people to come there and work, but like y'all gotta figure out another way. Cause
Fair. I
it's
get
just
you.
like,
It's
man,
a it's a tough thing with gaming, even more so than it is with movies. Because we hear movies
yeah,
way in advance too. And it always
yeah,
sucks when you get a Blade situation.
yeah, yeah.
So I definitely understand it. I think what makes it worse with gaming is, at least with movies, when you're getting that, you're getting, oh, Blade is coming 20, what did they say, 2025, and we just had Mahershala Ali come out with a hat. Where with games like this Star Wars one, I could name like six different Star Wars games. So I'm trying to think of something non-Star Wars that we got at Fable.
I
Games like
Fable.
Star
Yeah,
Wars,
yeah,
Fable, you get the, like, hell, the Blade game. You get the teaser trailer, so it already feels like, oh, they're getting somewhere with it because you got this little cinematic,
right.
and then you realize like, oh well, no, you just kind of
Put
you
something
just
together
announced
real
this.
quick.
Yeah, you put together this little cinematic, and not to say like the cinematic is little in the terms of like the
No,
work
no,
it
no,
takes and all
no.
that,
Yeah,
but you gave me a 15-second teaser to make me feel like, oh, this game should be further along. And then you get a Neil Druckmann situation, who back in March was like, well, yeah, I'm leaving The Last of Us season 3 because it's time to get back into the writers' room for Intergalactic. And it's like, but bro, 3 months ago, you gave me a full-on teaser trailer at the Game Awards. What you mean you still writing it? Like,
that was the craziest thing. I was like, well, when is that? Like the Intergalactic, I thought I was like, oh, cool, this looks fun, or
mhm.
whatever. And then like, well, how long ago was that announcement?
So
Like,
that was at last year's Game Award. So
that was
so
the last
a
year. Okay.
a year ago, in a sense, and even then, there was no date announcement or anything. They're just this was truly a hey, we're just working on this. And like I said, I think more people were thinking like, okay, this has to be further along than it is because
Yeah.
we're getting the teaser trailer. I think by now we're starting to learn that doesn't mean anything. But like at the time, it was all right. We're at least getting a teaser trailer. But then, like I said, I think it was maybe March, maybe April. Whenever he left The Last of Us season, like when they were saying for season 3, his statement was, "I got to go in on Intergalactic talking about the writing of it." And it's like, well, what do you mean? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. I'm just I enjoy how the way Sorrows has been marketed and is actually coming out in like March or April. I think that's right. That's when it's supposed to come out. I enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that kind of announcement. I feel like we haven't got. I feel like Cyrus was just told to us like 6 months ago. If it doesn't feel like that long ago. If it was, I'm mistaken. But it doesn't feel like Cyrus was told about like a year or two ago. I feel like maybe a year or 6 months ago. For me, that's what it feels like. It don't feel like it was that
Yeah,
long ago. And now it's coming out in
I don't
March.
remember
That's
hearing
great.
about Soros until was it last year's
It
Sony State
wasn't
of
that
Play?
long ago. Like it really, the fact that it's coming out next year, like in the first quarter, I think that's great. Don't tell us something 3-4 years in advance. I enjoy that. Like y'all, like, maybe stop firing people, and you won't need to keep hiring.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
a
that's the problem. Like you can hire people on every now and then, whatever. But the problem is y'all keep firing all these people, these developers and designers and everything, and now you scrambling to get people back because you need somebody for this new game. Maybe don't fire the people you got. Maybe we won't have this problem.
yeah. I mean, I hear you. I don't know how you fix that. Like other than yeah, we just got to hire more. But then they're going to say inflated budgets. Hey, game prices got to rise. So it's what is the trade off of that? Um, it's interesting because I don't know. You want to know about these things in advance so you can get excited, but you don't want to know about them too far in advance.
Right.
So
A year is fine. You can
what's
tell me a
okay?
year. A year is
Okay,
fine. Not 3.
you don't
No,
need 3. That's
no,
fair.
I don't need 3. Yeah. Um, but yeah, other than that, that's the only thing I can think about the Game Awards. I'm not gonna lie, I was not awake the whole time.
That's fair.
I'm
I
not
was
gonna-
awake the entire time. I
I
was on
was
stream for
watching
it.
y'all and I fell asleep. I said, "Yep, I can't
Yeah,
do this.
I realized it. What did I ask you at one point? Something
I can't
popped
do
up,
this."
and I was like, I was talking to obviously me and Jamie did the stream together,
Right.
and I forgot what I asked you about, and I was like, oh, see, they got this for you,
I was
Trayvon, if you're
done. I
still
was done.
here. And then you didn't say anything. Like 5 minutes later, we were like, yeah, Trayvon's probably asleep now. Joel had messaged us talking about like, yeah, we're gonna play Cosmic Invasion after this. And then Jamie,
Did y'all?
I messaged, yeah, we did play it. We
Okay.
did it. And Jamie was, oh, I messaged Trayvon. I was like, there's no point.
I was done.
No.
Yeah, I was done. I woke up. I woke up at like 12 something. I said, "Okay, time for heated rivalry."
That's exactly what I said. I was like, he'll probably be back up because I know his show comes on at midnight, so he'll probably be back up. But I was like, in terms of doing anything else, no, he's not here for this.
Yeah. But yeah.
No, but I mean, I Tomb Raider got announced. Tomb Raider looked really good. I feel like you would like that. I don't know if you were still awake for both. There's 2 Tomb Raider games coming.
I saw
There's
one. I saw one.
so you probably saw both and didn't realize it because I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't realize it changed to the second game either. And then
Oh.
when they said, "Hey, one's coming 2027, the other one's coming next year,"
Because I
so they're
remember
doing.
I think I was thinking about during the time I was like, well, didn't they have a
You were,
show?
yeah. So you were still there. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So one of them is the remake of the very first Tomb Raider. Then obviously the next game.
Okay.
So like that got announced. I'm trying to think. You were
Did
there.
anything from Witcher 4 happen? Because I didn't see anything about that.
No.
Anything? Okay. That's another game where I'm just like, when are we gonna get that? Because they keep talking about adding more to the Witcher 3. And I was like, well, are y'all just doing this? Be like, hey, leave us alone. We're still update Witcher 3. Don't worry about it. Witcher 4.
No, I think they're actively working on The Witcher 4. I don't know how far along they are. I
do prefer that though. They're gonna do something. Keep update the previous game so we not like where's some content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I don't mind that.
I do remember what it was I wanted to show you.
Okay.
it was this game right here. Let me get this together.
Oh, I wasn't waiting to see this
You
one.
are
I
waiting to see
remember the Dungeons and Dragons game. Yeah, because I wrote it down. I said Warlock, Dungeons and Dragons game,
Warlock
cinematic.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I said cinematic looked great, and it's
Mm-hmm.
summer 2026 for gameplay. That's what they said in the trailer, I believe.
Okay, so it wasn't that one. I will figure it out. I'm going through everything that's
I do remember
announced.
seeing that. I mean, because that was like, then I wrote down Lords of the Fallen 2 after that.
Okay.
And then I remember seeing Rahul Kohli doing Soros, and that's the last thing I remember. That's the last thing. I thought, look at Rahul. And I think that's the last thing. I think that was it. I don't even know if I saw what he came to show. I know him talking, but that was it. But this looked really cool, and I was like, this sounds like it's for me.
It
I
does.
need to see gameplay though, because they love doing cinematics like this, and then the gameplay looked nothing like this. So I look, the gameplay is third person, me going around doing spells and shit. Listen, I'm here. I will play this if it's like that. If it is one of them top down, look, no, I can't. Platform, no. I need an action adventure game.
That's right. Gameplay was coming in the summer.
That makes me, when they do that, it makes me nervous.
Really?
I'm like, well, why can't you just show a little bit right here? Like, you ain't had to do a lot. Just give me a glimpse of what the game looked like.
Okay, I get you.
That makes me feel like it's not gonna be what I want. I feel like I'm a little worried about what this gameplay will look like in the summer.
I thought that was it for sure. Damn it.
I remember seeing that because I wrote it down. Like I said, after Soros. I don't know what happened after Soros.
This article doesn't have it in order of the order that it got announced, so I'm just looking at like the little screen grab, and I'm like, "That's it." And it's like, "Dang!" All right, I can't remember. Obviously, I'll share it with you if I figure it out. Okay. But it was for sure something with people who had powers and stuff. So like, I was go, "This is primed for you to want to play it." It was definitely a 2026, maybe even a 2027 game, but figured at least it was something to be announced. That was pretty much what the Game Awards I think is for a lot of people. It's just I want to hear the new announcement. So if you are interested on the award side, if you think about any of the major awards, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 probably won it. They won the most awards last night than any game had ever won.
Oh. Okay.
They had 9, so they were nominated for 12 categories, technically 13 because they had 2 in the best performance, and they won 9 of those.
Nice.
So they had almost a clean sweep. It was at one point. Jamie and I were like, because the game director would go up and with someone else every time, and he just wouldn't say anything. So after like the third time, Jamie was like, "Oh, they're just not gonna let him talk." I was like, "Oh, he must know we got Game of the Year. I'll just wait until then. Whatever else we win, we'll just let whoever talk."
Is that what happened?
Yeah, Game of the Year. That's when he actually talked. So,
okay.
It felt very cocky. It was so funny to see, but
hey, look, it's just like I think I saw somebody said these are people from Ubisoft.
So I don't know if all of them are all former Ubisoft, but yeah, some of them. I know
they got fired from there, right, or something. So they made their own company.
He might have got fired. Yeah.
I think I saw somebody was like, you fire these people, then they come out with the best game.
I mean,
I was like, that's funny. I was like, well,
I know he's very vocal about how he feels like if he was still at Ubisoft, he would not have been able to make this game just with like the red tape and everything involved. It's so crazy. The score, like the composer for the game, they found him off of Reddit. He was like a SoundCloud composer, answered a Reddit post and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in for this." So It's just the story behind that game is crazy. But yeah, they won big.
Yeah.
It is, so that was dope to see. But no, the Game Awards are the Game Awards. You love them, you hate them. I think they do a net good for gaming, just like getting the notoriety on a bunch of different topics. Well, not topics, but a bunch of different games. I do think that also that they drop the ball sometimes on what they could be doing to talk about some of the bigger issues in gaming. Like, they don't. I don't think that they put a spotlight on the devs as much as they should. I don't think that they broach some of the more tricky topics in gaming, the more controversial topics in gaming as much as they should, because they do want to play the this is for everything for everyone. Really, this is about the money.
Right.
So love them or hate them, they happened.
It seems like some of them left for certain reasons, and
Okay.
maybe some kind of conflict. So, hey, I know the Ubisoft probably like, what the
Oh yeah, I would be like, dang, how do we let this drop? Because even if you're like, this game personally wasn't for me, the way that it took the world by storm, you got to be upset as like a developer who you let go did this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game that was interesting to me. Like you guys are saying, I should go back because they added difficulty changes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I will go back to do that because the game was beautiful, and I did like how it was like free roam, but then turn based as well. That was different for me. Like I said, the only other like turn based game I ever like enjoyed was Midnight Suns.
Right.
Um, and I can't believe I played the hell out of that game.
I
But
actually still need to play that game.
yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I thought I would hate. I mean, I would like that if I could just play with the characters in general.
Oh, you can't pick
So
your party?
you could pick your party, but I'm saying, you're picking cards and just have them
Oh,
do stuff.
yeah.
It's um not like a button combination, me doing a spell or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I get what you mean now. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but it was fun. So
Nice.
I think I'll go back to this game. I'll try it again.
Nice. I definitely think you should. I recommend that anybody at least gives it a shot. I understand it might not be for everyone,
Yeah.
but it's for sure my favorite game this year. And there are a lot of great games that came out this year. So I do think that that's saying a lot. I played a lot of great games this year.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. But I guess the other thing, like I said, this is very much a year in kind of wrap up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there have been a ton of articles just from various outlets on tech's winners of this year.
Okay.
So just who won tech this year, and I figured we'll just go through some of the lists and just give our thoughts. Like it's the easiest way to do it. So from Engadget's list, their number one tech winner, and it stays in the world of gaming, is the Nintendo Switch 2. I actually think that's accurate. I mean, think about it. For years, we'd been talking about how Nintendo needs their next big thing. Like the Switch was dying. They weren't getting all of the third-party games they wanted. And now, sure, maybe not every Nintendo owner.
Slowly getting them.
Well,
slowly.
That's more than you were getting for the Switch, right?
So that's true.
It got people excited, and that's the biggest thing I think they needed. Like, yes, the hardcore Nintendo fans were excited still for the Switch. There were obviously games were still selling crazy and all of that.
Oh yeah.
But the general public, I don't think, was as excited about Nintendo as they were when the Switch 2 dropped. Right. And they've been able to consistently keep that going. And so I agree. I do think that this is probably especially in the world of gaming, the biggest tech winner of the year. They were able to. You were right, it's slow. But now, when you see all of these big announcements, more often than not, you do see the Switch 2 logo. It may not be day and date as all the other ones, but they're letting you know, yeah, we're acknowledging that
this Nintendo is still an important device.
Yeah. So, like, I think that's really cool.
We got a lot of that during the Game Awards. I felt like I was like, oh, okay, cool. Them announcing, yes, we won, but we're not done.
Right.
We're still gonna put this on the Switch 2 as well. Like Expedition 33 is going there in the spring. I think they said.
I don't know the date. That's probably.
I want to say they said spring because they said PS5 at the same time.
Oh no, you're talking about South of Midnight.
Oh, my bad.
No,
but Expedition 33 is going to it too, right?
They're still looking. They're planning on it. They don't have a day and date or anything.
But they did say it was. I could have sworn they said
they've been saying for a while, like, yeah, it's coming to the Switch. I think they still just don't know when.
Oh, okay. I thought they kind of I swore they said it last night. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, but yeah, I do think that's it. I guess that does make sense. Um, I do feel like the one device that I was surprised to learn about this year that I actually have now is the Legion Go S,
Okay.
the one with Steam OS, because
Okay.
there was one prior that was Windows. What I wasn't really
You weren't really
checking
here
for
for that
that.
one.
I wanted the Steam Deck,
Right. Right.
and they knocked that price down. I had purchased the Steam Deck,
Oh,
and
I
then
didn't know that part.
I found out about this, and then I canceled it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So they let me cancel it, thankfully,
that is
but
good.
before it shipped. So I was like, so that was cool. So like this, because the screen is bigger on this and everything, and the price was comparable based
Hmm.
on the deal at the time. Now it's not very comparable. Not
No,
now the price
I
back to
looked
normal.
I looked very recently, and it was a lot higher than I thought it was going to
Yeah,
be.
the price is back to normal now. But
Well,
yeah,
I guess then, if anything, you could say that this was for sure the year of handheld gaming, where
yeah,
you got obviously the Steam Deck was out already, but now you got the ROG Ally X.
yeah.
What is the X? I forget the ROG Ally.
Hmm.
um, they released their non-Xbox varieties again this year. You know, you got your Legion Go, Switch 2. So this is very much maybe a continuance of last year, but also just gaming really went mobile more this year. And I think that's probably a better way to spin this than saying that Nintendo alone was just the biggest tech winner. I think they're just probably the most popular handheld.
Yeah, yeah. They're the most popular handheld, and I do think um I think this device deserved more attention because it's the first device that has official Steam OS on it. Like you could put Steam OS in the other ones, but this one was official.
Mm-hmm.
They worked with Valve to do it. So I was like, this is cool, and I was like, now hopefully let's see if this picks up. I don't know if they're gonna put it on any other devices, out of the box, but
Right.
I think Steam OS uh is the biggest surprise for me when it comes to these handheld the ease of use. I would say is the thing. So Nintendo is very easy to use.
Yeah.
The way it's set up, the games are there. Go. Steam is the same way. You can do more on it, so you can go to desktop mode and use it like a PC. All that stuff you want to,
Mm-hmm.
don't have to. So that if you just log in, all your games are right there. You install them and play them. Same concept as the Switch. So I feel like that is the cool thing about this. Xbox Ally being $1,000 and also it's Windows, which makes it more difficult to use. I
Mm-hmm.
think that puts it in a whole other sector. I think SteamOS and Nintendo's OS, I feel like they are very similar in ease of use. So I think
Okay.
that's what I'm looking
Well,
forward to.
that makes sense because they're both obviously gaming forward OSs.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Windows, even on that device, is still trying to be Windows. So,
Yeah.
it's like you said, it's able to do essentially everything.
Yeah.
And there's probably some drawbacks to that. Have you tried installing remote play on it yet?
For PS5?
Yeah.
No. Uh apparently there's you can't like use the regular app. There's like this thing called Chiaxi or something. So I gotta look
Okay.
into that. I'm this close to thinking about doing dual boot on this thing too. Because some
Mm.
gum games need Windows for anti-cheat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So some games you can't. They haven't found a way around that yet. And then also I found there's a way to put Android games on it. Like there's a lot of ways to use, especially this, and I guess the raw Xbox Ally as well. So you can do many things on these. Nintendo is very just Nintendo.
Right.
That's it. These things you can do a lot more on them, and I think that is I think that's the more interesting thing for me is a device you could do a lot on, not just locked into one thing. Yes, I do have a Switch too, but there's a reason I have it. I didn't pay for it, but but still, but that's the reason. But yeah, I'm just saying. But this thing I bought myself because I was like, I need a multifunction device that I would want to do everything on. Xbox Ally X, I was really looking at, but once I saw that price, I said, hell no. Like $1,000. Like, no, come on now.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy price. I looked at it. I looked at it
Look
more
at it
than I thought
hard. I
I
looked at it
would. Yeah, I
hard.
was
I
gonna
was
say I
like,
looked at it way longer than I thought I would, but
mm,
um, I don't even putting stuff like that on my credit card. So I get you. I very much get
mm-mm,
you. Continuing down the Engadget list, their I guess device winner for the year, and I guess we could also spend this talking about. I know MKBHD just did his smartphone awards,
mm-hmm,
and they have two different smartphones for their tech winner of the year in device category is the Galaxy Z Fold 7.
mm-hmm,
Whereas obviously MKBHD had the iPhone 17.
mm-hmm.
I'm curious, as you're a foldable person, you have a foldable, you have the latest iPhone. You don't have the Z Fold 7, right?
No, 6.
6. Either way, you can still talk about you know more about foldables than I do. What would you pick as your device of the year?
Um, it's hard. God,
I
it's
know I'm putting you on the
hard.
spot here.
It's hard because I just don't feel like they should be compared like that. Like the foldable and the iPhone are two. I feel like two different categories. I look at the foldable as like literally a portable tablet. That's how I
Okay.
look at it. Um, the iPhone is just a phone. I just don't. You can't do split screen on the phone. Like they
Mm-hmm.
just added picture not too long ago, maybe a couple years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they don't let you multitask how you should be able to on the iPhone. Um, they should.
Fair.
Another thing I do notice, like if you've used Android and iOS, you can tell the multitasking is not the same or par. You can open the app on Android, leave it for a very long time, come back, the app is still there with whatever you had open. iPhone apps are not the same. You leave them forever, you come back, that shit is refreshing, and you probably lost your uh
Ooh,
tabs.
Chrome don't do that to me. Hold up.
Not Chrome, but other stuff do it. A lot of stuff does not like it just most tabs are not the same on iPhone. It's just
That's
not.
fair.
Um, but yeah, I just feel like though the fold, even the iPad, stuff like that, that stuff is much more geared towards multitasking, doing a lot more stuff on it. The iPhone is very much they're trying to really hold it down to a phone.
Okay.
They're not letting you do a lot on here. Like, I do love that they let us download stuff now from the browser. So that's
Mm-hmm.
great. Because I remember a while back, you could do none of that shit on the iPhone. I was like, come on now. But yeah, I don't know, two categories for me. That's I think that's did he do I usually watch his videos.
So obviously he did the different categories, the like
Hmm.
large phone, small phone.
Hmm.
Uh, I think foldable was its own category this year. I think
Okay.
the
Makes sense.
I wonder did the Z
There's
Fold
a
win
quite a
the
few. There's a quite. I mean, there's enough of them
yeah.
right now
So like
to
he
do
did
that.
all of that, but overall phone of the year, it's essentially take it back to the Game Awards. It's the Game of the Year aspect of it, where they
Okay.
have best RPG, all of those. But this is just when you're putting all of those together, you're just looking at it as its base.
Hmm.
What was your favorite device this year? And I think he was saying he picked iPhone 17, like the base iPhone 17, because he feels that this is the first time that Apple has given a complete iPhone to the base model.
Remember we talked about that. We
Yeah, we did.
agreed. Cause that was a big thing. I was like, wow, this is for the first time. I feel like I could recommend
Mm-hmm.
that one. I was like, yeah, go for that one. It has all the things now.
Yeah.
That's because they always holding something back from it. And I was like really surprised by that by them doing that this year.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
yeah, so
So it
I agree
was
with that.
it was interesting. I think I would for
Portability and
sure.
everything.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
the screen looked just as
yeah,
nice. Like
yeah.
all of the things that they did with that one. I was sure you were going to pick this Z Fold 7 because Engadget is kind of doing the same thing in their reasoning for picking this, where they're saying for the first time they made a foldable phone that is essentially I guess when folded, their flagship phone. Like it's lighter and narrower than the S25 Ultra.
Hmm.
Um and all of the other stuff like the camera, the water resistance, the battery, the charging, is essentially comparable to their S25 Ultra. So, for lack of better terms, they're saying that this is essentially a foldable version of that. So,
I remember that was the big thing that, like, I remember when the Z Fold 7 first got announced, how thin it was.
mm-hmm.
When they opened it up, it was so thin or whatever. And then the outside screen, it was narrow when the first fold came out, and they've been steadily widening it each time the device comes out. And I guess the 7 seems to be the good spot. But they'll say the same thing next year.
Oh yeah,
when
for
they
sure.
when they make it wider again.
Oh,
They're
for
like,
sure.
now it's perfect. That's
It's marketing.
that's what they'll say next year too. Until it's like as wide as the iPhone screen, that's when I'll be like, okay, now but in order for them to do that, I felt they gotta change the orientation. They gotta change it how it opens, kind of make it open like the Pixel Fold does. Like the way that one's shaped, the size of that one, how it's done. I
Yeah.
think that's what they have to do to make it look like that. The outside screen make it look right. um I don't know. I've never used the Fold as my main device.
Oh, really?
So
Do you not take a lot of calls or anything on it then?
no.
Okay.
No. Honestly, it's most times don't do not disturb.
Ooh,
So um yeah, that's how I
interesting.
use it. I use it like a portable tablet.
No, I mean,
That's how I use it.
it
I
makes sense
can read
now.
on, play games on,
Yeah, I was
stuff
gonna
like
say now
that.
it makes sense why you said you feel like they are two separate devices. Like you truly do
Yeah.
just use this as a tablet. That's just easier to
Nobody has
carry
the phone
around.
number. Nobody has the phone
There you
number.
go. I mean,
So yeah.
uh,
Um,
and then just to round it out, like you were saying before, these would probably be shorter episodes just because they're wrap up episodes.
mhm.
Their last big winner that I really want to talk about was smart glasses.
Ah,
So this isn't the goggles stuff. We're
right.
talking like the Meta Ray Ban. What is it? Meta Ray display.
Yeah.
And solely for that device, I fully agree. That was the first device I remember we were talking about it that I was like, oh, I want that.
Hmm.
Like I really want that.
So that's how thick they were.
Yeah, that changed a lot. But I mean,
The
that's how the
idea is
first any
great.
of them. Yeah, that's how the
Yeah.
first any of those are gonna be.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Oh yeah.
hoping as Samsung does theirs, they'll know like I need glasses that look like mine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
and
Um.
then we're cooking.
Because I remember that was a big deal. I was like, oh, they're finally doing it. You finally got a heads up display, like, and the fact that you couldn't see, like, you can't see it. It's
Yeah.
just you. I was like, that's great. I was like, finally, that's what makes this stuff always fun, because like once they announce stuff like that, I was like, oh, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's gonna do it next? Who's gonna do it less bulky? Who's gonna be, whatever. Whenever any tech comes out, just like, oh, how are they gonna do it the next time? That's
Mm-hmm.
when I'll get it then, the next time. But this is cool because I know we have the advancement now.
Yeah, that's when I finally felt like I said that always felt so futuristic to me.
Yeah.
And that's when I finally was like, oh, okay, we're starting to get there. Like, cool. The Apple Vision Pro looks interesting.
Right.
That's
The
cool to
clarity is
have.
amazing.
All
The
that's great.
clarity.
But
Ooh.
I'm not finna be walking around with ski
Yeah,
goggles on.
no.
I think you know that. So
Yeah.
what can you have it where I can actually use these? And
Right.
I think this is where we're starting to get to that point where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I could use that.
Yeah.
And now I want that.
I remember when they first came out with the Meta Ray Bans, I was interested in them, and then because I assumed it
Mm-hmm.
had something in it so
Mm-hmm.
you could see. When I looked at it, he was like, "Oh no,
It's
it's just a
just essentially a
camera,
camera.
and you can ask Meta questions or whatever." And I
Yeah.
was like,
No,
"For
I was
four
like,
hundred
yeah.
dollars?"
Yeah, I was like, I don't care about any of
I
that. Like,
was
I
like,
don't need I put enough
"No,
into the camera that I have on my phone that I don't need cameras like this. Like I'm not a POV streamer or any of that. Like I don't care about any of that. So
yeah,
no, yeah, I was right
I
along
don't
with
leave my
you.
house enough for that." Yeah, yeah, y'all gonna see this house all the time. Yeah, what's up? That's all you gonna see.
No, that's
Like,
fair.
um, yeah, that's one of the people that do leave the house a lot, because I don't do that.
I bet they're great for situations like when you are
traveling or
Yeah, traveling and
amusement
stuff. Like
parks or
if you're at a
whatever.
concert, like I bet they're
Yeah,
great for stuff like that, where it's like
yeah.
now you don't have to worry about you can be in the moment and you don't have to be sitting there like this at a
That
concert.
is true. You can just battery life.
I
Just gotta worry
mean,
about that.
I
Can it
mean,
record the whole time? Can it
I
record
don't
a
know
3 hour
how
concert?
long is the battery life on those?
Especially running the camera the whole time.
Yeah,
I don't know how long that battery lasts when
that's
he's running
true.
it.
You better. I don't know how many people. I don't know if you are. I know when the last concert I had, there was no way I was holding my phone up the entire time. I
I
gotta.
kept doing it because it's like you just want to remember this is so cool. Like, she you don't all that. But like, do I ever watch the shit back? No.
No, I didn't even post it on. Last concert I could think that I was at that I did all that. I think it was a Clips concert. I have like I probably got like 10, 15 videos. I haven't looked at them. None of them are on social media. They
Listen.
were just truly for me in the moment.
Yeah, it's like I can, I can go look. I guess one day I can go back if I want to. Like going to my friend's wedding, I took so many videos and
Mm-hmm.
pictures, and I'm like, I didn't post none of this shit. I was like, why? But I'm happy I recorded it though.
Yeah.
But it's like, why did I record? Why did I
Yeah.
do all of this?
I
Yeah, it's
my New York trip, like I think I
phone filled
posted
the hell up.
I think for my New York trip last year, I think I posted the one picture of me at Times Square like this.
Yeah, it's just
And then the one that I use like a profile pic, I have an entire folder full of pictures.
yeah,
They're just there.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, that idea would be cool. Just be like, hey, start recording,
Mm-hmm.
and like, don't when you said you don't have to hold up your phone, that is an interesting concept because if you just watch the concert, but it's
Yeah.
still recording the whole time,
Yeah,
that's
like
great.
that's great. I'll give you that.
That would
But
be great,
I don't go to enough concerts that
right?
I could justify a $400 device for that. Now, if I got one that has a heads up display and I'm
Yes,
doing it with everyday life, yeah, when I'm at the concert, now I'm gonna be like, yo, start recording. Like,
and then I get a message that shit pop up, and I was like, no,
yeah,
like,
right, right.
oh,
That's gonna be great. Like,
like that.
I can't wait for that.
So I love doing it on my watch. I'm like, oh, I don't care
Oh
about that
yeah,
picture.
I will.
That's from my arm down.
The fact that
Yeah,
when I have the headphones in and you can do this and it just ignores stuff.
yeah,
Oh, I'd be there just now. I'm good.
yeah. That stuff is fun. Yeah, so especially, I mean, if they, I don't know. I mean, it does some kind of tracking of your. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if it does like eye tracking at all a little bit,
I
so you
think
can
so.
like look up and down, or I don't know if it scrolls for you. I don't know, but that is a cool. I want to try them. The
I
Meta display. I don't necessarily. I don't want to buy them because they look too big, too bulky. But I do
hmm
want to see how that heads up display works.
I will say these are
That
the
is interesting.
ones based off of this vantage point that I can't wait for. They look a lot thinner. These
Ah,
are the
okay.
X-Real Project Auras. Um, these they look like regular glasses. Now, granted, that could just be because of how this orientation is,
I mean, yeah,
but they
but
don't look as thick.
no, they don't.
Though this little arm part, can you see my? Oh, you can't see my cursor. Like that, the little arm that you can see by the
Yeah, the
X-Real name,
back here. That
that
might be
back
what
arm.
a lot of the tech is.
Yeah, it
Like on
has to
that.
be because I was gonna say
Yeah.
that does look thick, but that's fine. That'll be behind my neck. You're not paying attention to
As
that
long
part
as
when
it's
you
lighter, as
looking.
long as they're lighter and they don't feel heavy.
I
That's the
just need
thing
to be
too.
able to at least get through my day with them.
Yeah.
So I
We're
definitely think
here. Let's get ready to start. Can't wait to see
I know.
what's next.
I was just gonna say before we get out of here, what was there anything like you're super excited to see next year?
Um, I am curious about so for the Steam frame,
Mm,
not I don't necessarily want one, but I'm interested in the tech they're putting in it.
okay.
Like so they're developing like I don't know if you've heard of Proton before, but Proton is the thing that they use on Steam to allow you to play PC games and
Yeah.
stuff. Um, and then there's another thing called Fex, apparently that allows you to do Android stuff. Um, so it's like another layer that you can put over it to do Android things, and apparently they need that for the
Okay.
Steam frame.
Interesting.
And people are like, if they can do that on the Steam frame, and that allows them to play like have a VR game that can work across things. That
Mm-hmm.
means you can possibly replace the operating system on the MetaQuest with
Oh.
it. So I was like,
Ooh.
that sounds interesting to me because the
Right.
MetaQuest is cool, But if I could replace it with the same thing that's on like the Android XR or the same thing that's gonna be on the Steam frame,
MetaQuest is out.
yeah, it's
I
done.
Yeah, I get that because that was the one of the big reasons where, like I said, the Steam or the Meta glasses, the Meta Ray-Ban display ones were interesting, but I had pause on it. I'm like, how good is the Meta App Store really?
Yeah,
Like, do I really
yeah,
care about that App Store? Give
yeah,
me If you could give me Google, you can give me the Play Store or the App Store. Now we're talking. But
yeah. So that's why that's what makes it interesting. Because on Meta Quest right now, you can install Android, yeah, Android apps on there. So
okay,
you can. So I'm like, if I
that's
can
good
replace
at
the whole
least.
operating system
Right with
with
Android though.
Android, that would be great. And I was like,
Yeah,
if Valve breaks the breakthrough and makes it work, listen, I will be plugging that damn thing up to this computer and flashing it to Android. So
I get you.
yeah,
I
that's what
do
I'm excited
understand
about.
that.
That's why I'm excited for the Steam frame because of that. And I'm starting to warm up toward the Steam machine thing. I'm
I
starting to
mean,
warm up to the idea of
are
having one.
you?
But in my mind, it's going to be just a console. Like I'm not thinking about it as a
Mm,
PC. I'm thinking about it as another console in here.
interesting though.
So
Like I didn't know you were warming up to it. That's
yeah,
crazy.
depends on the price though. Let's be honest. We gotta see what that price look like. Because if
I
it's $1,000,
mean,
bro, no.
whew, I think that's probably the question that's going to be on everybody's mind, probably for way longer than they hope.
Yeah,
Because I don't know what's going to happen with RAM prices. I don't know what I've been hearing. SSD prices are going to or have been already going up. It's gonna bleed down to GPUs. Like it's tech is going to be interesting in the short term and probably how it bleeds into the long term. The thing I'm most interested in though, I'm shocked that you didn't say it because you've been saying you can't wait for it forever since iPhone foldable.
ah, mm. uh, once we once we first talked about it, and they were talking about the outside screen might be like a 5 inch. I was like,
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Okay,
yeah,
wait.
that's why I was like, I don't
Oh,
know if
wait.
I.
Yeah, no, wait, never mind now. Because
I was like,
I'm expecting I can at least get I wouldn't prefer iPhone mini size, but I at least need that to feel like an actual tablet for me to say,
yeah.
like, oh, I'm actually interested.
Yeah, that's what I want. iPhone on that, like iPhone Pro, at least size on the outside, and the inside be iPad Mini, like at least. That's what I'm looking for. If there's a 5 inch screen outside, I'm talking about iPhone SE size or something. No,
Yeah.
I'll wait. I'll wait till y'all figure it out. Now, the other thing I am interested in for Apple to do is the under. I feel like if anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be them. The under, where the screen, it's all screen. The camera's under it. The island's
Oh,
under it.
yes,
Like
yes.
I want to
That is
see
another
that. I
rumor
want to
I've
see
been
somebody
seeing.
do it successfully.
Yeah.
Where the camera, where the front camera is still great quality. Because that's the problem with the Samsung did it. They had the camera under the screen or whatever,
But
but the
it just
quality
wasn't
was
as good.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why on this Fold 7 they took that off and put it back where the camera just you see it all the time now. It's
Hmm.
they said no, it didn't work.
Yeah, which
So,
is that'll be good technology. I do like the island though. I ain't gonna hold you.
I
It
like it too, but it'd be cool to be full screen, like nothing's there, nothing. Like it's just, I think that'd be cool. Like if we
That's
had,
fair. I think I really like it because as a sports watcher, I
ah,
love when I could like if I'm just sitting here and like the Bucks are about to play, it'll
mhm.
pop up and be like, all right, Bucks game at 7.
Okay,
Just sort of like as a reminder, and then as the game is going, if I can't watch it, it does update the score. So like
ah,
that's
okay,
all great. And you don't even have to have
okay,
your phone on. Like it, they would have the always on display.
right, right,
It'll update that immediately. So I do like that.
okay.
I would be kind of sad to see that go, but
Well, I guess that can stay, but if the camera's gone, like, but it's still there, the camera's under the screen. I think that's
mhm,
the main thing I want is just the camera
fair.
be under.
Yeah, where
Like
you
the
can't,
island's fine, but the camera I
you
want
just
it
don't want to
under.
see the actual camera
Yeah,
part of it.
yeah. I think that'd be
Mm,
cool. Like if you can
I
actually
get
like
you.
completely wipe that out when you're watching a video or whatever. I think that'd be
Mm,
cool.
no, that's fair. I never thought about that part of it. Like I said, I
Yeah,
very singular focus. And I was like, oh, this is great for sports. Even it does it for weather notifications, something else. It's mainly sports. I ain't gonna
yeah.
hold you. It is mainly
It does a
sports.
lot of stuff. It does like if you ordering like Uber Eats or
Mm,
whatever,
yep, yep.
it'll show the timer up there for that or different things.
If you just have a timer on your phone, it does it for
Yes,
that. Because I do use
yes,
it for the timer on that. So like I like it, but I get what you mean having the camera underneath it.
yeah.
but I don't think we had much else. We got 45 minutes. I didn't expect us to get that long, to be
No,
honest.
I didn't either.
Oh, before we get out of here, where can the people find you? What you got coming up?
Nerd with the tech everywhere. TikTok is an underscore in front of it. Wait, in back of it. I don't know. It's somewhere. You'll find it. I don't remember at this point. I think the last videos I posted was just Legion Go S, the
Mm-hmm.
kill switch case thing. Uh, I should have recorded myself putting this damn SSD in, but that was a long process.
Right.
But I did do that, so that was cool. So now I have the 2 terabyte in there. Uh, I don't think I have anything else because the game is just for me, and I'll jump on y'all streams and stuff, but
Right.
and much ado about nothing should be Wednesday or Thursday, or it might be
Okay.
Tuesday. I don't know. One of these
Oh,
days next week, we'll find out. Just follow me, Nerd with the Tech, and I'll post it.
there you go. Or hit that bell. You'll
Yes,
get
there
that
you go.
notification.
That's true.
You can find me obviously at DigD, same in all locations. Work should be winding down, so Twitch streams should be back. Hopefully going into next week, but if not, obviously, one more week of work, but it's hoping next week will be light. But if not, for sure the week of Christmas and beyond. Geek Set, we have our last podcast this Sunday, so be in tune for that. We are filming our holiday special, so be on the lookout for that. And we'll be here for Geeking on Tech. And that's
Yes.
about it. Same
Yep.
for me. Follow those notifications, hit the bell. It'll be there. You'll get all the information. But until next time, everyone, peace out.
Peace.
Ooh, I forgot to hit the